Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, so we are gonna be finishing up on this elevator. As usual, I'm gonna go ahead and test my chat, make sure it's all working. Okay. Alright, let me see. Hello! Alright. Showed up on my chat. Okay, so hopefully somebody out there is disliking my videos. Somebody's very angry. Okay, so alright, so we are obviously on the 114.3. So I was actually making this yesterday, and somebody asked me if why is it that none of their stuff works on specific updates, and well, not even on specific updates. It was actually on Windows 10 edition. So I went ahead and made an elevator on it, and then I uploaded the video. But so so yeah, I'm actually thinking that. Yeah, I actually think that that this is pretty good to go. I mean, it needs some refinement, but it's definitely ready for a tutorial. I'll just say that. Now that shouldn't have happened. So this isn't me teaching people how to make redstone. I mean, obviously you could pause the live stream and follow me if you wanted to, but that's not really what it's about. So So this particular elevator should be fast and have real nice animation. Yeah. So what's going on here is that the green circuit is not hooked up to the monostable. So this should be the final touches for this, which in all reality we only need that. Yeah, we'll only need that, and I think actually I think that I need that there. That should finish this off. So now when we call it up to us, it should stay. And it's not staying. What's going on here? Is this... Does it have... Oh, wow. So this thing dropped its item out. Alright, so what that means is we need to basically build a cage around it. Like so. So that the item won't go to the left or right. It just happens every once in a while with this particular thing. But it's not terrible. I'll say that it would be nice if it was when the item was ejected, it was in the same location all the time. But then you could snipe people with dispensers. So let's try it again from up. So I think as far as the circuitry goes, let's check it out and see if it's nice and smooth on the way down. Yeah, so it no longer has the bad animation. Well, what was that? So when it went down, it should actually just turn this off. That's all that should be happening when it goes down. I heard it click. It did a double click from what I could tell. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like it did a double click. So we might have to put a pulse extender on here. Let's check it out, and then we're gonna figure out a way to wire these doors up, which shouldn't be too hard. Yeah. It's getting 2 pulses for sure. So I think I know what it is that's doing it. Yeah, I think that this needs a pulse extender on it. Now I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm not 100% sure on that. But, well, yeah, we could check it from here. So when this gets powered, it's powering this redstone and that. But it looks like when this is getting powered, it's not actually. So when this comes down, it's supposed to turn this off so that it doesn't go back up. Yeah, it shouldn't be getting a secondary power. Where is it getting the power from? I think it's because this is on a 4-tick delay here. I don't think we can have the 4-tick delay there. I think that's what it is. Let's actually see if that's what it is. So we call it up to us. It comes up to us. Yeah, so what it looks like it is to me, it looks like what's happening is the circuit's going down. It clicks this on the off position. It clicks it on the off position, and then I need to check something real quick. So we're actually getting a signal straight through this elevator. So we can actually add this delay back on because that's not actually what it is. I think what it is, it's the pulse. So one of the ways we could test that is to basically use a lever. So what I think's actually happening, and I mean, so this comes up, it's on the on position, and what's happening is you're getting a delay that's keeping it on the on position. Yeah, it's keeping it on the on position. And so I'll show you what I mean. So when it clicks like that, it's supposed to stay off, and that should be the end of it. But you guys can see that there is power being given here, because we're getting power from the button, not from here, because we don't want it to be on a delay. So the button this should stay up, and then let's see what happens when we shut it off. Yeah, it went up and then it goes down. So this is shutting off. The power 8 ticks later shuts off, allowing it to. So it's almost like it's working. Hey, what's up there? Is it Lonnie? 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 It's not Lonnie. Lonnie. Don't mind me. I have serious problems when it comes to reading name tags and stuff off of this. What I can see is that we're getting, this looks like it's getting an on and off, which yeah, I'm gonna have to see this, because this thing should, it should be staying down. So I'm curious about the pulse extender because it wouldn't actually help in this situation. So what's actually happening is we're getting two separate times going on here. We're getting two separate times. Yeah, we're getting two separate times going on this. And so just to let people know, if they're interested in tutorials on these, I can actually go ahead and do them. We'll look at all of these because this is probably going to be not the end, but it's going to be a while from now, you know, until I do some more stuff. So what I mean is that I was thinking of converting over. I was thinking of trying to convert over stuff to Pocket Minecraft and the other one, which a lot of people have expressed issues issues with Redstone not working, and I think it's just because nobody's willing to go through it, you know, go through everything again with people. So the power travels down here, and then it comes through here, turning the device off. And then 8 ticks later, now I'm going to try it with 0 delay and see what happens here. Let's send this down. Yeah, it should not be doing that. It's as though we're getting 2 pulses from this. Yeah, no matter how much power, I think the most unfortunate part about this is that I could see what's happening is that the power is coming down here. This is holding it on the off position. So yeah, that spits out it, but I think because this is actually powering this comparator, which the comparator doesn't transfer signals. Hey, what's up there? Is it Saltalicious? So with a comparator here, it would detect an item, but nothing else. It has to be an item. So this should be preventing, you know, anything from going in there, you know. But I think that when it actually shifts off, and I'm going to check that, I think when it actually shifts off, so I'm going to put it the same direction that it's facing, just so we can check it to make sure. I'll just put a torch there so I can see what's going on. So I basically have the circuit coming in. It's coming in like that, and then it gets powered, which gives us power, and then we get another signal. I watched your 3-floor elevator a couple of years, or sorry, Saltalicious actually put. I watched your 3-floor elevator a couple years ago, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I'm just checking out your stream. I appreciate it. I actually have a newer design. I actually have 3 designs that are multiple floor elevators. Some of the things I've been putting on my elevators recently is I've been trying to get a button system that's better, and I think that one has the best system using these pistons. It just looks better, but they have doors now that close. So I made a multiple floor elevator with that idea, and then doors that open. And then I made it so that the pistons aren't messed up. So check it out, look. So the pistons basically go down at the same speed now. So that's cool. All I'm trying to figure out on this is just a simple small elevator, but I want to make sure it works first, and then I'm going to go ahead and hook the doors up and try and get them working on this. Yeah, so this is getting powered. I think it's getting redstone locked. Is it getting redstone locked? So this circuit, oh, I have it on the on position. Yeah, when it gets shut off, it automatically fires over those pistons, which says something about it. But anyway, let me go ahead and just for you, since it's been a long time since you've seen it, and you've seen my three floor elevator, and I'll show you the newer one, which is where the heck is it? There's actually two. There's a backup, and then there's the actual one. Let me see, which one was the last one I was on? This one was at 22 at 1 p.m. This one's at 22 at 3. So I think that this is actually, I want to back it up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this one is the I'd say the best version that I have so far. I know it looks ominous, but it does have a lot more functions than the original version 3 elevator, and it has the same height as the version 3 elevator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now before, if you ever watched my videos, you would know that they used to be 10 high, and it was the only way. I might build that one. Yeah, it's actually not as complicated as it looks. It really isn't. If you look, the input lines for the up and down circuit are only blocks apart. I'll say that this is probably the most convoluted thing right here. This circuit, this gray circuit, it's the most convoluted. Other than that, everything's really open. I mean, I could compact this, but it just makes it laggy. I've actually noticed that the more compact something is, the worse it is. But we can go ahead and try it out. So you do not have to wire up the first floor or the last floor now, because I have it to be automatic now. I did have to kind of shave the timings off, but so you could take it up to the top floor, and then the doors open, and then let's go ahead and go down to to orange floor, right? Go down to orange floor. And you'll see that the pistons are really smooth, like they're really nice. There's no fall damage, which is good. And then from here, let's say we want to go and stop on orange. Actually, no, we want to stop on magenta floor. So this really takes out a lot of the stuff. Yeah, it makes it real simple. Of course, you still have to reset it, but I mean, it does have insta-call. So once the elevator's down, I haven't added any elevator stuff, but so instant call. So you don't have to wait for the elevator, and that's from any floor. So pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure this will work on Xbox One. But I just jumped on my Xbox One the other day and noticed that because I have the original one, that it didn't really work very well. It was actually because they changed some stuff. All right, so let me see. Go back here. Yeah. So Salt Delicious says, yeah, another thing I noticed on the old one is it didn't have the full cover for the door, only the guardrail. Yeah, that was the minimum, you know. Like you can see that this one's, you know, these ones have the whole door. The one thing I did notice is that if somebody messes the timing up, it'll still push you right through the glass. So if the timings aren't absolutely perfect, then you know it screws you up. This one is a super simple design that's just basically an up and down elevator. Super simple. It's super simple. Yeah, I actually have, I still use that design like almost everybody. Like this is actually one of the oldest functioning. I mean, this was made back in like 2011 and it's a one-tick elevator and it actually still works. It's super fast. You can see that I'm actually stuck in the floor, but I mean, that's pretty damn good. I got right up to the top and I hit the glass. Like that's actually what caused me to do that. So there's a tutorial on it. CMB Minecraft. There is one thing you have to add in, and that would be this button to divert the redstone, and then you'll be fine. But other than that, I mean, it's a pretty good design. And then Cube Hamster. Cube Hamster has this really super compact design. It's at the same speed. It works a little bit better. It has guardrails on the upper and lower floor, and it has Instacall. To be honest, it's actually the first Instacall. It's the first Instacall elevator. So, Instacall feature on it. I'd say the only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that his button placement isn't the same. It bugs me when things aren't the same, so I don't know. I made it exactly like his tutorial. But you don't really need this up here. I mean, not if you're just going up and down. But it's nice to know you know not to walk into it. But anyway, it's a really compact design. It's one of the worst tutorials though that I've ever tried to do. So so anyway, so the new ones have doors on them, which does make them bigger, but I figure, you know, in this day and age, there's not a lot of people even doing Minecraft these days. So this one is more like the version 3 elevator in a sense, and the reason why is because basically you have to wait for it to come up to you, and then the doors open when the elevator's up, and then we hit the button. We go on down, and you can see that it's much the pistons are so much better than in the old elevator. You know, I don't know why I don't know why it didn't bug me before. Like it really bugged me when I went and looked at my version 3 elevator and I noticed it was you can see that one it's so simple, but yet it's timed. You know, it's timed so good. I'm gonna change the input on this. I want to change the input to be more like this one. I want to change all of these to be like it, because you can have the button right there by the door, and it's a good place for it if you ask me. I could probably even do 2 buttons, you know, for stuff if I really wanted to. You know, you could have a 2-button thing here right up next to it, which does make me think I could change my multiple floor design. But I do know this: the more compact you make things, when they go through updates, bad things happen. And so it's better just to keep things big, and it also makes it easier for people to work on in survival. So this one right here has everything. So Saltalicious says, with the other, it pushed you out a lot. I think that's what you put. Let's see. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, so we need to figure out why we're getting this on and off pulse. So I think I know what it is. What happens is this torch is being forced to be off, but not this one. Like, it technically needs one here. But let's see, because this is what I see happening. We hit it, the elevator travels up. You hit the lever. It forces this thing to flip-flop, but it's also turning this torch off because it's getting power. So right now, all the power, so what's going to happen is when this turns on, I'm going to get rid of it. When this turns on, just goes right back up. So it appears to me that what I think's going on is that the way that I'm powering this red circuit here, the way I'm powering it, the way that I'm powering this, I'm forcing this side of the torches to be off, but in all reality it needs to be down here so that it's being forced off too. But what I'm doing is I'm forcing off the one that we're not forcing. I'm turning this one off. So it says to me that we actually need to have, I'm going to test it real quick. It says to me that we actually need to turn this one off so that it matches. So power from this is going to go through here, and then it's going to power that way. And then we want to get our power from here. Actually, we'll just put it down for right now. We want to get our power from here. And I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter, but I'm going to put it on 4 ticks of delay just in case. And I want to see if this actually fixes the problem. So we go down. Yeah. So that forces it off. And we call it up to us. That piston's sticking up, but it's because it's getting powered, I think, at the wrong time. But that does appear to be what is causing the problem. It appears that the bottom floor and the way it's being powered is causing an issue. So it does look like we have to bring this down 1. Yeah, we can't have it that way. If we're not powering off a torch down here, then it's just not going to work. So the question would be is if we could, I could technically have this over here. And we could move the input and get it in there. And that would be the only block that would have to be down. So we could, yeah, we could still get our 4 ticks of delay, which we're gonna need. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, it's possible to power this block, but because of the way that it is, it just, yeah, it's not going to work. So this would probably be the best way. Or I could use an inverted torch. That's probably the better way to go. Let's see, what is up above that? I can't even see in there. Let's see if I place a torch there. Okay, so what we could do too is we could have, you know, because we need to power this torch. Actually, you know what? It has to be like this. But what I could do to make it smaller is I should be able to. Actually, that's going to do a torch burnout. No, I can't do that. Okay. Well, I thought I would give it a try. Excuse me. So we have 8 ticks of delay now, which should give us enough time from when we hit the button to get in here. Yeah, we should give us enough time when we get in there. So now I just need to hook up I need to hook up these doors, and I also need to hook up this bottom piston here. So one of the ways I could do this would be to do that, and I could just get the power off of this. So it would be at a 4-tick delay though, so we wouldn't want that. We want it to be like that. So basically when this clicks over, 2 ticks delay, and then it engages, and then that's going to lift up. It's going to lift up, and then this would power itself, so I'm gonna have to create an amber gate and block it off. So like that. Let's see how that works. I don't like it. I think we can change it. Yeah, this piston is being powered when it shouldn't be powered. So what we need to do is basically, I'm gonna say, we'd make it lower, but we could do that. Now that's going to do a torch burnout, unless I use a half slab there. I'm going to go ahead and put one in there. I don't even think you'll see it, but it'd be nice to know. I would like to do the same with this, but you can't power a half slab. You know, so we definitely need the torch either there or there. I'm not liking the way this looks, but it does get it away for the time being. So that didn't lift up. Oh yeah, so this would have to have that. So basically what we need to do here is we need to power this opposite. So we could basically just do this. So we want it to be powered pretty much at the same time. Kind of hokey, but I don't like the way that wiring is, but it'll work for now. And we could go ahead and throw a delay on this if we'd like to. We could actually throw on... Oops. I'm going to say I think we could go as far as 4 delay on the bottom there. It looks good. Takes a little bit of time to call it up to you though. And that's because you have to have some delay on it. Otherwise you're screwed. So let's figure out this torch area here better. So all of this is fine, but I want this to be, it's like the only thing I could do basically is to power it, from another torch, honestly. Is to power this from another torch, which would mean I need to get, this is not a big deal. Oops, that was not right. This isn't a big deal here, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, this can be hooked up at any time. So I want to keep this. To me, it looks like all I need to do is just have an inverted torch powering it. I mean, like, honestly, like, we don't even need any of this. I think I could literally I could literally just have a torch over here being powered and going into this. And this should get rid of that problem, but I say should hesitantly because and that will make it, I'll say, you know, not absolutely, but pretty close to what we had before. So for anybody that's not sure, a one-tick elevator just means it's super fast. So from what I remember, a one-tick elevator, I believe that the way that it works is we can kind of do a thing here, a test. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So so when the power is going to travel through here, each one of these is one tick of delay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 delay. So if we were to count this, 10 ticks, I think, so look, 1001, 1002, 1003. So 10 ticks is 1 second. So that means that these are, what are they, tenths or 20ths of a second? So each tick you add is a 20th of a second. So if you want a full second's delay, you would only need, let's see, 8, 9, 10 right there. So this will give us the same amount of delay. So the shorter the time between, which is 1 tick, oh, you back? You can see that they're slightly off. So we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we have 4, 8, 9, 10. Now let me try it like this, see if it... Yeah, you can clearly see that the delay difference. All I'm really seeing is that a 3-tick delay, it makes a signal longer. And so they lift up at the same time, but they don't go down at the same time. And that's because when it goes through here, it actually extends the signal strength. But anyway, somebody was asking me what a 1-tick elevator is, and it just means it's a super, super fast elevator. A long time ago, I did a video called Redstone You Need to Know. Not too many people were interested in it, but it basically, I taught all those things. I taught those basic things that you need to know. So we seem to have fixed this by basically just putting this on an inverted torch. And that seemed to fix it. Yeah. I believe that there's 2 different times when it comes to this as well, which could also be what it is. But so now we just need to figure out how to get these doors hooked up, because from the only thing I can tell right now is that these are going to have to be powered, you know, from here. There's no other way. Like I'd have to power this one from like here, from the bottom. I could also power it from the top, but then you would see redstone. I mean, most people, I think, are going to want to do something like this to cover the doors, you know, for their elevator. But I would say, why? You know, leave it as is. You know, there's no reason to do that. So it's going to make it wider when I do the door. The top will be easy. I mean, that's not going to be nothing, because all it is a little circuit right here. It's nothing Nothing major. So we could literally just get our power. I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use a circuit color. I'm gonna go ahead and go with, I think, light blue. Oh, wait a minute. Light blue. And so I think we can basically do this. And then we would just want to get our power off of this circuit. Get it from right here. I'm thinking we should just put it up higher. And so we're going to get power here, and then we're going to want to have like that much delay, I think. So we could do this, and this will kind of save some redstone, make it look a little better, I think. Get rid of this. And then so the power is basically going to come off here, power that on an instant delay. And then we would also want to put a half slab here. So yeah, I could make this lower as well, I think, but I think for right now it's okay. So let's see what happens. So right now this door should be closed. So that would be correct. That's probably the correct location. So we hit this. We should be waiting quite a bit of time for it to open up. Yeah, it's perfect. You can't get any better than that. The problem we run into is that we need to hook this up too. So I can't hook it up. It has to be like this. It has to be like that. But I can't do that over here because we're right next to it. So I can't just have some redstone there. So it has to be over here. And so the problem that we run into is that I have this redstone here. I could change it into a... actually, no, it has to stay redstone. So the question would be, where could we power it? So I could power it from here with redstone, with a redstone dust. So it would have to be like powered like that. You know, we could probably try and put it over here, maybe. We could get the power from here. Now, obviously, we're going to have to... that's not going to work. Now, something else that could be done, too. We could move this power here. Not really going to make that much of a difference because this would still get powered. So I'd have to have a repeater here. Yeah, it just gets worse and worse as we do this. So I'm thinking like this one's probably the best one. The best location. But if you look, it just makes the circuit down farther than I want it to go. So I think we'd be better off doing it like I did on my multiple floor elevator, the new one. Excuse me, jeez. I think as far as size, I don't think it matters. All of this could be buried under the ground, so it's not going to matter. We could probably do the same thing. We could probably get the power here. Same thing. Is that the same thing? No, this is supposed to be up here. Yeah, so this shouldn't get powered by nothing. Yeah, it shouldn't get powered by nothing. It should... Oh, wait a minute. Well, actually, it shouldn't power it. Like, when I hit this, it shouldn't power it. Yeah, it should be okay like this. Because it's horizontal. So, there could be some budding happening. Yeah, we're okay on the budding. So, now we just need to have it go in there. So, we could do this. And then we're going to need We're gonna need a pulse pulse extender like we did on the other one. The big question is where are we gonna get the power to this from? Yeah, because we want our button to power it. You know, we want the button to power it. So I mean, since we're here, we could get power from here, and I could do that. Biggest problem would be is that this door is going to instantly open, so we don't want that. So let's see how we can get some power. I could try getting the power directly off of this. I mean, it's so close. It's so close here. We could get power off of it. Yeah. So I mean, this would be on a 1 ticks delay. So real small delay there. We could have it come in from there, put a repeater here, and I'll have to add 2 ticks on here. We'll try this out, see how it looks. We'll have to see how it looks. Okay, so we probably won't need the pulse extender, but let's check it out. Whoa. Okay, that's not what we expected to have happen. This power should... Oh, that's why. Oh man, that sucks. Okay, so we'll need 2 ticks of delay there. That sucks. So we'll need a 3rd here. So after this block, it'll be 1, 2 ticks to that. And then after this block, it's going to be 2 ticks to this. So 1, 2 ticks. So that should be okay. Let's see if it's in synchronous. The door is closing a little late. I want them to close right before the elevator takes off. So we are getting some delay. It looked like this one was actually more delayed. Let me see, is this... How did you learn all of this? Salt Delicious asked me how I learned all this. Actually, I learned it from doing tutorials. And I can actually see, you know, I can actually see it, you know. I can see it in my mind, a lot of the stuff before I make it. Like I can... You know, like I have like 3-dimensional, but you don't need to. You know, simply learning some basic rules, and you'll be able to figure this stuff out. So this is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be getting power right now. It's supposed to be open. So we're getting power from the wrong place. So what I'm thinking is, we could go ahead and get our power right off of the old... But yeah, that is how I learned it. Just to let you know, it's how I learned. This version, you see, you vision it, calculate it, and then build it. Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, this is no different than any of the other elevators I've built. It just has a different circuit on it. So literally, we're taking the same concept that was, I mean, back before you could even have a flat world. A guy learned this that you could do this and thought he actually had the idea, and I don't think he got enough credit for it. I don't even remember his name. But basically, if you power a piston on 4 delay and then you power it 2 ticks later, you get that motion, and it retracts, and it's pretty reliable. As you can see, it's pretty reliable. So the guy took a look at that and went, if I was to do this, maybe I could make an elevator, you know, and we could have an elevator in Minecraft. And so that's how it started, right? Because the only elevators before this were zipper elevators, which actually don't work very well anymore. So let's see. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that when I look at something, I look at what's not working at it, and then I imagine the power going through, and then I go, where would it? Because it only took me about 5 minutes to figure out that I had to have this second torch here. It has to be inverted here, otherwise you get a pulse on the way down. So, but I had to envision that, and then I figured it out. But you could figure it out through just trial and error, you know, like by me making the circuit bigger is how I proved it. I was like, okay, I think what's going on is all of these are being powered except this one. And then when the power turns on, there's a brief second where this turns on and sends a pulse up, causing it to shudder. So anyway, so this is correct. This is being powered. I need to I need to change the power source on this to an unstackable item. So we're going to basically take that. That gives us it gives us a little bit of strength, but not enough. I guess I could just do it like this. I wanted to prevent any more delay, but I'm like hitting something right there. That was weird. Why is this clocking? Oh, I see. Like, watch this. So, we'd have to have that. Okay. So, let me see. I have to go. I love the stream, though. Thanks for coming by. Have a good one. So we're almost done with this prototype. I don't like how long the doors were staying open, though. I really feel like these need to be inverted. The power needs to be inverted. I'm actually thinking that we could do this instead. I think we could do this instead. It's doing the opposite of what we want. Okay, so that's not the answer. So we're getting the opposite of what we want. We do want it to stay open, but we want it to close. So I'm thinking that what we need to do is get rid of the pulse extender for right now. No reason to have it. Seriously, no reason to have it. And we'll just keep this one away for right now. So we're getting the exact same. So this is basically going to go at the same time. So when you close this, it's going to have an instant off, which is not good for us, not good for our purposes. So I'm actually thinking, we need to have the same amount of delay as we have on there for this. The question is, how do we get that? Because this is a super small spacing. So, I mean, we could technically put 4 ticks of delay on these. We could put another 4 on this, which would give us 8. So 8 and then 9, including this torch. Yeah, we need the door to close a little bit faster than that. So let's try it like this first. We want the door to close really quick. We just don't want it to open up as fast. It definitely closes correctly. It definitely closes correctly, and I'm thinking we could even make it faster. But we're gonna need a pulse extender. Yeah, we're gonna need like basically where we get power, but then we get power from the same power source, and we get it on a delay. So you get an instant retraction. Oh yeah, this has to be a repeater. That sucks. Okay, so it looks like we do have to stick with the repeaters there. I actually want to try this. Because of the button placement, we can actually get in here and just hit the button, which is gonna make a huge difference. Dang, I almost got stuck in that sucker. I think that button being there is why. This is the part I don't like. I would like it to stay... I would like it to have a delay on the opening so that you're actually all the way down. So how did I do it over here? With the door power, I basically made it so that the button gives us power temporarily so that it closes quicker. And then the pistons come. But then when you come down, I have it so that it delays itself. Well, it's about the same. It's about the same. I think it's the same. Yeah, I think it's the same as what we got here. I think that we're good to go, honestly. Yeah, I think we could do this. I think we could put a block here. Actually, I think that's probably the one thing I don't like is... I really like how big that is, honestly. I think that we could do some better stuff, honestly, with this. I think I could probably switch the location. I mean, this making it one wider just kind of ruins it for me. But, I mean, you know, what can you do? Seriously. You got to input it, and if we have piston doors there, there's nothing you can do about that. But I do like where the button is located. I am curious if I could do it here. You can see that if the button here, if we had our button there, when you get in the elevator, you don't even need to have the delay because, you know, because of the way it's designed. Yeah, so I had a piston basically going straight down, but on this one I could just have it going straight out. Okay, straight out, and it's gonna yeah, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out and touch this. Now I could also have it come down this way, but we got circuitry there. Yeah, we got circuitry there, so we would want it to come straight out and get power from this location. And we're still within the area here. So I could use a redstone block, honestly. Just because of where it's located, we could use a redstone block. So that would come out. It's going to come out and power. It can power right here, actually. Yeah, this would be more of an update if I did it like this. So, yeah, I think if we did this, we could get rid of the torch, but why? Let's just keep a torch, and let's not use 9 pieces of redstone. So this would power some redstone here. This would power the piston, so we couldn't have a piston there. We could have it here. That's 2 pistons though, so I'm thinking we go with regular old wiring. Just bring it straight up like this. I don't like the way it is, but I mean we could technically bring it this way. Make a little staircase. I could move one repeater over here, and then we could get the power off of this going that way. Like so. And it would give us a nice button placement where, you know, you really don't even need the delay on it at that point, because you'll be pushing the button from inside the elevator, which would be the same up here. We could get rid of this delay. Actually, I think we're just going to go with black again. Black wool. So, what we'd want to do here is basically the same thing, just have the power connect up here. You push that button, it goes through. I would say we probably would still want the delay though, but I mean it's so close you could get in it and then hit the down button. So you could get rid of all this delay, or I could get rid of all this delay here. We could just do that. Yeah. We could just do that. And then I think to prevent horizontal block updating, I think I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And then we shouldn't need that at all. Yeah. So there we go. I do like that button placement. Doesn't exactly look good though. I will say that like with the button there, you would have to have it like that. But the way it was before, you'd have to have an entire wall there, so it's definitely the cheaper way to do it, I think. Yeah, if I was to get rid of these, so you don't have to wait so long, you would only need that there. So you'd end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks of delay, which I could technically, we would want it to have it as the least amount as possible. So seems good to me. Whoa. Where did that close? Seemed like it got back power from somewhere, and I see where it got it from, right there. Okay, there we go. So that should fix that. This makes this a little bit smaller. Yeah. I could probably even to make it a little bit less. Like that. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the button location. I'm actually thinking that the floor is the best place. And the reason why is, like, if we had it here, if you have it there, and it's just, you know, a piston, you're gonna see the piston, right? I could even put it here, and we could do the same exact thing, you know, except for, you know, you'd only see it on the side here, which could be covered up, you know, could be covered up. So I don't know. I think I do like that, because I mean, if you look at it, you'll be sitting here and you just hit down, and then boom, you go. And up here, now we don't even need the delay. So yeah. Anyway, I think that we have accomplished the goal of building a one-tick elevator. Seriously, I think we've accomplished a one-tick elevator. And so I'm probably going to do little showcases on these, but in all reality, I don't think that I have enough viewers to even justify me doing a tutorial. Not yet, anyway. If I got a lot of requests for a specific design, I would definitely, I would definitely do that. Yeah. But I think it's good. I think that this really fast elevator, I mean, it really helps in a fast elevator to be centered perfectly. You know? You do get that occasional jump in, but it's pretty fast. I don't know if it's as fast as CMB's. Yeah, or even Cube Hamsters, but I will say that the way that I'm using the circuit is it's pretty quick. I mean, it's pretty quick. I think it's just under, I think these are 10 tick, or sorry, they're 10 blocks a second. I think this one's more like 9 or 8 blocks per second, which means it's probably more friendly. You're less likely to get stuck, but you know, hey, I would have to time it, and I don't want to do all that. So anyway, so that's this. I think we're good. I'm probably going to be doing a Let's Play stream tonight with my son. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah. I will start making videos here soon. That are actual videos that I'm going to be uploading. You know, now that I have some basic designs, I'll probably rebuild them on different maps with a tutorial in mind. Yeah, I'll probably, you know, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good one.